Hello guys, as you know, used car prices have gone a bit nutty at the moment, haven't they? So we're going to look at some of the best options for selling your car and how you can achieve top dollar when you do. Keep watching. Okay, so we're going to look at the different options for selling your car in a second. That will be things like webuyanycar.com, the normal places to go and advertise your car for sale, and we're going to give you some good tips along the way. This video is sponsored by me. Yeah, that's right. I'm not going to try and sell you anything. This video is sponsored by me. What that means is I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button. Subscribing to this channel opens new doors for me and helps to grow the channel properly. So I'd love it if you could give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. I ask for it in every video, but I've never meant it more. This is really going to help the channel grow if I get thumbs up on every video and lots of subscriptions. Only 18% of people watching this currently subscribe, so let's get that number up, and please press subscribe and hit that bell icon. Thank you. So we're going to look at the online portals first, where you can go on and basically sell your car to a company. There are different ways of doing that. I think the most well-known is webuyanycar.com. So we're going to start there. We Buy Any Cars owned by BCA Car Auctions, who also owns Cinch, just so you're aware. Right, so I'm going to put in the reg number here for my Volvo that's just been returned. And say it's got 20,000 miles on it. And let's see what they give us. I'm just going to put a fake email in. Postcode. This is not my postcode, but we're going to put in one nearby. Right, 26,645 quid. That's the price if the car's got everything with it. So it's got 2 keys, it's in good working order, doesn't have any damage to it, service history is all up together, everything else, right? If there's any damage or anything like that, they will deduct it. So we're going to get it valued there. So you choose your branch to go into where they actually do the inspection and the proper valuation, because this price they've given you is only an indication. So you book into your branch, they do an inspection on the car, they make sure everything's fine. If there is any damage, they will deduct something from the price as a result of that damage. And then you have the choice to sell it for what they valued it at, or not. You can just drive away, say, no, it's not for me, and off you go. So they've got transaction fees. So transaction fees depend on the value of your car. Yeah, if your car's worth less than 100 quid, they don't charge you. If it's between 100 and 4,000, they charge you 50 quid. If it's between 4,000 and 5,000, it's 60 quid. If it's 5 grand or more, it's 75 quid. And then how quickly you get paid is also another option. So if you're not in a hurry, 4 working days is free, all right? If you want your payment the next working day, it's £24.75. If you want it within 30 minutes, it's £29.75. But it's good because it's giving, instead of just saying you have to pay 30 quid for the payment, you've got the option of having it free if you're not in a particular hurry for it. So that's all quite good, and it can all be dealt with very, very quickly. They often have their sites at retail parks or industrial estates, so it's quite easy to pull up, get the thing valued, and off you go. Now, the prices on them at the moment are very, very good. So this is a 2-year-old car, and I think the purchase price on it was like 35 grand. So 26,645. Let's just see, out of interest, if we can find one for sale on Autotrader. That's it. That one's basically my car. It's got more miles on it, but it's basically the car, the D3 inscription Geartronic. So 28 grand to actually buy it. 26.5 is what they're saying they're going to pay you for it. Now, realistically, you might end up at 26 or something once they've taken their fee and they've knocked off a little bit for, I don't know, a couple of scratches or a curbed alloy or something of that nature. But it's quite a good price, isn't it? Just seeing if there's a better example, folks, because that one I was looking at was a 2018, mine's 2019, but there's not, to be fair. Still, I don't think that's a terrible offer at all. Next one's Motorway. Now, what's happened there? Right, Motorway is a bit different to We Buy Any Car, because this goes directly out to loads of car dealerships and they get the opportunity to bid on your car. Now, this is only the first stage of it here. Right, so they give you an estimate, but the estimate really means nothing, because the next stage of this is that you put in a ton of photos. So you get an app for this. It tells you every picture to take and you take all those pictures, about 35, 40 pictures usually, and that goes onto a system that the trade can go and bid on your car. And it usually takes a couple of days, and they'll come back to you with a price. No fees on this, free home collection and fast payment. And sometimes you get a better price doing it this way than you will on We Buy Any Car. And if it's rubbish, you don't have to take it. So you're not tied into this in any way. I mean, their estimate, I would imagine, is always going to be artificially high so that you proceed to the next stage. So it might be, it says 28 grand there, but the top bid comes back at 25. The difference here is that they've seen everything. The inspection, if you like, is taking place via your mobile phone because you're taking 1,000,001 pictures of it. So everything can be seen. And it's as simple as that, really. But I think if you're going down the We Buy Any Car route, why not do this one as well? It might take you an hour to do the pictures and send everything off, but if that hour ends up earning you 800 quid or £1,000 more than it would have done driving down to We Buy Any Car, it's not bad, is it? Then we've got Kazoo, who do a Sell My Car thing. So let's go into Kazoo. They charge you 50 quid, Kazoo. So we're going to say 20,000 miles. It's not a previous plate. So they're saying 29,950. This is getting bonkers, isn't it? Absolutely bonkers. So I've said the car's in excellent condition on that one. And so assumptions were made about your car. It's all the normal stuff, you know, that it's road legal, the tyres are all legal, it's in good condition, hasn't been written off, hasn't been modified, hasn't been used as a taxi, blah, blah, blah. Right, so that's that one. Then you've got Wizzle. Right, Wizzle's another one of these platforms. 2 or more keys. It's got sat nav. It's got leather interior. It's got full service history. Yes. Full main dealer. It's car been serviced the last 12 months. Yes. Any mechanical faults? No. Any warning lights? No. Oh, this is interesting. So with Wizzle, you're going through and answering all the condition questions before it gives you your price. Windscreen's got no damage. Front bumper, it's good. Alloys have no damage. Tyres have no damage. Good, that's good, that's good. That's good, that's good. Okay, I didn't know this. This Wizzle's a new one on me today. So this is just like Motorway. So you've got to put all the pictures in. And look, it's asking for very, very specific pictures like front view, driver side, passenger side, wheel. And you have to do all the wheels. Then it will go out to the trade. All the dealerships get to bid on it. And if they want it, fair enough. They pay you. They come and collect it. Done. And then finally, Autotrader have got the same thing. So Autotrader have now got that you can place your advert with Autotrader, as you always have, and you just pay to place your advert and people call you and come and look at the car and all the rest of it, or you can get an offer from them straight away. So we're going to do that one and let's see how it works with Autotrader, shall we? So they're asking about damage here. I'm just saying there's no damage to any of it. Any warning lights, services due, anything like that. Any seats, carpet, upholstery damage. Don't have a private plate. Car comes with 2 keys. It's got over 3 months MOT. It's got the V5 logbooks, not a Cat S or C or an N or a D. No missing parts, no faulty electrics, no mechanical issues, no modifications, blah, blah, blah. Get my price. Sit back while we crunch the numbers. So they're saying £27,720. Okay. Again, I think that's a good offer. I really think that's a good offer. I think selling it privately, you could probably get 2 or 3 grand more. But how many private buyers are going to come and buy a car from you for 30 grand when you're not a dealer, you're not selling it with warranty, anything like that? It's also, don't forget, that's a 2-year-old car that was 35 when it was new. That's a blooming good price, really. It really is. Sell your car, create your advert. Oh, I can't go through that. I think it's about 40 quid to stick an advert on Autotrader. Then on eBay, you pay between 15 and 20 quid to actually list the car, and then 1% of the final transaction as a final value fee. and that's a minimum of 25 quid and a maximum of 45 quid. So you could end up with eBay being in it for about 65 quid. For me, if I were going to list my car for sale, I'd want to list it on Autotrader. I just think you're probably getting a slightly better customer, and you're not up against as many Cat S and Cat Ns and Cat Ds and Cat Cs and everything else as you will be on eBay. Or if you are, they're very clearly labelled on Autotrader, which is really good. Where on eBay, you know, you have to scroll down to the bottom and it'll be flagged as a Cat N or a Cat S or whatever it might be. On Autotrader, it's really, really obvious on that first page. So for me, if I was going to say, you've also got Facebook Marketplace, of course, and Gumtree and all the rest of it. I personally would list my car for sale on Autotrader and maybe Gumtree. Facebook's all right, I think, if you've got a car that you want to sell for about 500 quid or £1,000. But aside from that, you're just going to attract a bit of tyre kicking. Just honestly, I've sold a couple of computer bits on there recently, and it's a nightmare. The amount of messages you get, is this still available? You say, yeah, yes. Or can I come and see it? Yes. When would you like to come? Silence. Or you get the people that want, oh, can you send me more pictures? Can you do this? Selling things to people can be a pain in the bottom. All right. So be well aware of that. And I think some of the other things we've looked at here, like webuyanycar and Motorway and Wizzle, Autotrader, Kazoo, I think all of them can give you possibly a really nice, clean, easy way of doing it. Albeit you might not get as much money for it, but it might be a hell of a lot quicker and a lot less hassle. So give that some thought. With all these things, when you're taking pictures of the car, I did a video a while ago on how not to list your car for sale, which I'll put a link to up there. Take some learning from that video. Get the car really, really well cleaned or valeted. Take it out to a nice location on a day that's got good sunlight, good daylight, and take some really nice pictures of it. Spend an hour doing your pictures. Take 10 of each one and choose, so you've got plenty to choose from and you can get the best one. Look at some car ads before you go and take your pictures, and look at the ones that really appeal to you and recreate it. If you don't put the effort into your ad, don't expect people to put the effort in to come and buy it from you, because other people will have put the effort in and they've made their car look special and they've given it a nice detailed write-up. They've flagged up any damage. They've taken close detailed pictures of any damage and mentioned it in the listing. Make people trust you. Don't give people reasons to doubt what you're telling them. You know, be upfront with everything. Give them all the information. I think if I was selling a car right now, which I'm not, but if I was selling a car right now, I'd look at all those sites where you can go on and get offers from the trade. And I'd get as many of them as I possibly could. If I didn't feel they were good enough, only then I think would I list it privately. Let me know in the comments what you thought of that video, guys. Please give it a thumbs up. I know I asked at the start, but please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Makes a big difference. And also that notification bell. Please. Thank you. Let me know what you think in the comments. YouTube is suggesting that you might like this video next. So give that a watch. Thanks.